Hello everybody and welcome to this video where I'm gonna go over a few of the updates that we have recently made to the website www.golfclashtommy.com. I'm also going to address some of the features that we are working with to just keep you in the loop, so you're not just wondering, what's gonna happen and like what we are looking to improve. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, be a sub on this YouTube channel for more content in whatever direction you're looking for in the game of Golf Clash. So we're gonna start by looking at some of the things that we have recently done, and I'm gonna start with something that might not for the general viewer that notice, but we did get feedback about the website was on some browsers and stuff wasn't labeled as safe, and we have changed that now and made some improvements to that, combined with that you now can use HTTPS in when you're gonna do write it up here instead of just having to do with HTTP. That's technical stuff, but those of you that understand about that is gonna gonna know what I'm talking about. One thing that you can see that that everybody can see is the stream schedule, and that's on the main page, and that's a simple way for you to know how I'm going to stream during the week. So if you do want to know, like for example, this is an off week, I normally don't stream that much, and with an off week I mean it's not a tournament week, then I focus more on content. But when it's a tournament week, there's a lot of streams, a lot of dates and times to keep track on. So you look at this here, and I'm updating this, giving you the time. It's always in Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you that don't know what that is, Google Eastern Standard Time, and then you're gonna be able to see what the current time is where you live compared to Eastern Standard Time. So in that way you can match it up. I've done that so many times that's why I know. The biggest thing I would say, and that is that you cannot see on the website that do have Golf Clash content, is that we have received a ton of messages from people saying that the whole order is incorrect based on what the game says when you are online playing. And that's something that we totally agree with, but we had no clue about it. We did use the resource that was there from the beginning, and we took the whole order from there. But we noticed that for Greenock Point, for Southern Pines, especially for the Southern Pines, but that also goes towards the Vineyard Acres, it goes for the Glenmonarch Estates. So we have made some whole order changes so it reflects what you see in the game. So for an example, if it says on the game screen Greenock Point hole number 3, for an example, this one was labeled before hole number 7 as the last hole order. So now it's labeled hole number 3 as that is, the correct hole order. It might be that in the guide video, as it's somewhat recording from back in the days, or like at least a couple of weeks ago, there I state a different hole number. But don't care about that. You don't need to care about that, because the whole order that is on the website is what is in the game. So here we do have the Greenock Point changes, the Southern Pine as well. And the Southern Pines, for the big example, is that Southern Pines is also on tour number 6. So tour number 6 and tour 9 has the Southern Pines. So just to go over that real quick once again, we have changed the whole order to the following courses to reflect what is in the game. And that is that we are changed for the Southern Pines, where you can find on tour number 9 here, and also tour number 6. We do have the Southern Pines here on tour number 6. Then we do have on the Greenock Point, which you can find on tour number 9. Then we do have the Glenmonarch Estate. The Glenmonarch Estate you can find on tour number 8. The Mountain Tour, that has also been changed, combined with the Vineyard Acres that you also can find on tour number 8. So it has been a lot of fix and tricks to get that fixed, because there isn't really a whole order being able to be taken from Playdemic. You will have to go in and you will have to play them yourself and then note down and then kind of put all the pieces together. So that's a big thing, and I hope you're gonna enjoy that. And obviously, if there is another, if there is something that you feel that is incorrect when it comes to comparing to in the game and stuff, we really want to know that. You press the contact page, enter your name, email address, and then your message, and we will get back to you. Often we get back to you very quick, but we are having a goal to get back to you within at least 24 to 48 hours, depending on how much emails would you get. So, and then we're gonna take not gonna take a look, but I'm gonna explain a little bit about features that's gonna come. And now this is not gonna come in 6 months. This gonna come, within a couple of weeks to a month or two. So the first thing that we are going to do out here on the tutorial page, where you can see tours and golden shot, there's going to be a couple of more pages here, which the first one there is going to be a shootout page. A shootout page where you can only then access on that page the par 3s on that course. And it's gonna be labeled by course because Playdemic is changing around the courses from time to time to be on, different tours. So instead of making it tour based, then we're going to make it course based. So if you're looking, let's say for an example, you play tour number 8 today, which includes Glenmonarch Estate, the Vinder Acres, and Eagle Peak. And then it's going to be just separate. So Eagle Peak is going to have those 3 shootouts, and then the Vinder Acres, and then obviously then the Glenmonarch Estate. So it doesn't going to affect the shootout page if Playdemic change the tour that the course are on. I'm also going to, based on shootouts, I'm going to start now in just a week or two to remaking the shootouts for some of the courses on tour number 10, 11 and 12 as for start, to make them a double version, especially those where we play different way depending on the wind. So for an example, I did recently add on tour number 12, I did recently add for one of the courses in the upcoming tournament, the Porthello Cove hole number 6. There you can find a new guide and tutorial where I play with both tailwind and headwind. My goal is to add at least tailwind and headwind approach, where some of them can actually include even crosswind, because especially in Tour 11 and Tour 12, but on some on Tour 10, you're gonna play the par 3 completely different and complete different adjustment than what you otherwise are doing, let's say in Tour 8, Tour 7, Tour 6, where you usually are using the same type of position and basically the same type of adjustment to get your ball close to the hole. That's something that I'm going to do, and I will of course inform you more about that. I said we're going to do other things. There's going to be 3 more, pages below here. And another page is going to be wind and elevation page, where it's going to be instructional videos like my wind guide 1.0 and also the new elevation guide 1.0 that I added just a couple of days, like 3-4 days back. Now you can only find them on YouTube, so I highly suggest you check them out if you haven't done it already. There's gonna be a page there where you can really go and look at that. You can go back, rewind, pause, everything, and also it's going to be some notes about that, obviously, like some text for you to read. So instructional videos there. The last page that's gonna be seen here is gonna be our club guide page. I'm going to make a club guide for every section. With that I mean one for drivers, one for wood, one for long iron, one for short iron, etc. So for every type of section there, where I'm going to go over which ones I feel is key, like key ones, like this one, for an example, the Rocket, which many players think is totally crap, could be an absolutely valuable club once it come up to level 10 using a master division in par 3s, for an example. So that's something that I'm gonna cover. It's gonna be instructional videos and something where you will be able to learn more about the clubs. Last but not least, it's gonna be an addition for all of you that you are patrons and all of those of you that hopefully is gonna come to be a patron. That is that, like on these courses, like doesn't matter if Tour 1 down to Tour 12, I'm at the moment adding behind the scene general text guide for every course. Like for an example, one of the text guides that I'm using to tournament guides that I create. So always update them, always write new ones to be able to reflect the way that we're playing it today. The guides out there today, the general text guides that are out on websites aren't updated. They are pretty old, and sure, they fulfill a purpose, but I'm very picky with that, with old stuff. So I'm at the moment adding that behind the scene, where there is going to be a button here, or just a small hyperlink, where you as a patron will be able to log in with your Patreon details, and then you can access the general text of every hole. So you can actually, download them yourself and use it in however you might please. And that's going to be included in all Patreon packets. You don't have to be the highest packet. It's enough that you are on the lowest package as well. Then obviously all the other stuff will be included as well as it is today. So we won't be changing any fees to, or what it costs to be a patron. So in the end, there is we are working a lot about this one, and we really value all the feedback. So please use the contact page here with questions, feedback, thoughts, everything. And all, we take everything seriously, what you say to us, and that is something that we will continue to try to improve. And I would say at the moment we're doing changes or improvements every single day in some form. So this is a work in progress, and we will get there. Unfortunately, I can't give you a specific timeline. That's why I said up to like 2 weeks to 2 months, we're gonna add it like not everything at the same time. We're gonna start by adding shootout page, then wind and elevation, then club guides, then once when we get there, all the text guides will be there as well. So once again, use the contact page, and a little bit special video, a lot of talk, gameplay, but I think it's very important for me for time to time to address certain things that happens on the website, and also the updates that we're making. Please make a comment in the comment section below on the YouTube page as well if you do have any questions, concerns, feedback, so whatever. Other than that, let's look forward to the new tournament that are coming up. And now in just about 5 hours, I'm gonna go live with my friend RJTV, and we're gonna go over the text guides, which you now can find for the Coastal Classic here on the website. So thank you so much once again, and I wish you a very good day.